Working abroad is now a fact of life for many people in business. Multinational companies often require their staff to relocate to offices in different countries or even on different continents. And international experience can be a valuable asset in career development. The prospect of moving to a new country is exciting. It brings the opportunity to see new places and to get to know different cultures. But going abroad to work is not the same as travelling for pleasure. It brings challenges. Foreign professionals have to learn about cultural issues like customs and etiquette. They may find the way people communicate and interact at work is different. One of the first things that someone in a new job overseas has to encounter is interacting with co-workers. In different cultures, different standards apply.
When you're in Germany, people are a bit more reserved to begin with. Once you've broken the ice and you got to know them, they will be your friends for life if they make friends with you. But initially, they're a bit more reserved, so don't be put off by that.
The workplace culture in Brazil is quite different.
When it's time for lunch, you always have lunch with someone, right? You never have your lunch alone. So there's always usually more than one person. So it tends to be very friendly, which can be unhelpful at times because you want to do some work and be quiet, but people tend to be interactive. But at the same time, you have a very strong sense of team spirit, right? Because everybody's together there doing the same thing.
Good communication is essential in a work environment. It can present some challenges, as Marcus found out when he relocated from Sweden to the UK.
I thought I was very fluent in English when I lived at home in Sweden. But then when you actually come to live here, you realize that, the nuances and phrases that you don't know, that you don't know at all. Doing your mistakes and saying the wrong things at the wrong time, but, quickly learning was fun.
The etiquette of communication can also vary. In Poland, people tend to be direct when they talk to each other.
You might be a little bit shocked that the Poles tend to be more abrupt, or that's how they will come across. The use of thank you and please, it's probably less widely used. The linguistic element or cultural element doesn't demand that. So it's absolutely polite if you just say yes, no, and leave it at that.
Working practices can also be affected by a nation's culture. In Asia, it is considered quite acceptable for people to close their eyes while listening in a meeting. Many of the rules of a culture remain unwritten. Learning them can be challenging, but it is also rewarding and is one of the keys to success in the global workplace.